I'm gonna mod some spotlights. More than likely I'll do a trough LED strip, and up here I saw someone online where they put a short LED strip on each side of this the front side of the eagle's wings. It looks pretty darn slick, so I'll probably do those 3 mods and move it back to the game room. Alright, let's take a look here at the Playfield Judge Dredd. We're going to pan down here and look right there in the center. You'll notice it's really dim. You really can't even make out what type of artwork it has on there. And I plan to remedy this by making a modification to here and here at the top of the slingshots. I'm going to have a spotlight focused this way and a spotlight over here focused that way. And it should make it real pleasing to play in dim lighting. Let's go to work. Alright, so now we're going to look at the spotlights we're going to use for the Playfield. The custom mod of illuminating the Playfield better. You can see, if you look closely, there's I think there are 5 SMDs. Here's a look at the lamp itself. They're Comets, and they are insane brights, and I believe the color is daylight. They do a fantastic job for putting a lot of light in a focused area. And so here's one assembled with the holder and then the shield and the light, and here they are just loosely in my hand before assembly. And I'll just use a couple wires like this. We will mount them to the top of the posts with this hole here, and then we will, when we wire them, we will solder them and then heat shrink them onto this holder. Below the Playfield here, and looking at the switch here, I brought the new spotlight wire through here and came up and grabbed the nearest general illumination under the slingshot here, and I did the same on this side. So let's go ahead and see how it works. So I have all the lab lighting off. This is purely lit by the game. I'll point it up at the ceiling and you can see there's no lighting up here, just reflecting off of the ceiling. I think I did a good job. I think it really lights up the middle of the Playfield. And we'll do a trough light here too next, and I think that'll be a real nice balance. So here's one more thing to add. From the player's perspective, that's where I'm standing about now. You do not want to see any portion of this light in your view, because it will be distracting and it will kind of kill what its purpose is. So as you can see the shields, but actually no lighting. Woo doggy, is that nice or what? Look at that. Coming down top to bottom. I like it. There they are, tucked away, hidden. The ball cannot get to them. And yet it really, really, really nicely illuminates the flipper area. So, all right, there's actually 2 mods. We got that guy there, and I got new scorecards on their way. So at that point, it's game room time. So this here is a half power supply wired to 12 volts, and this is the 110 in. I have it switched right here. Check this out. This is just a test of the new topper. Off and on. I like it. I think it's better on. Feast your eyes on these new custom scorecards. My wonderful daughter printed these out for me. These look really good with the game. And I believe you can find them here, pinballboy.com. So I haven't really touched upon it, but the controlled lighting and the general illumination, they're all by this company, Nifty LED. I think about 10 years ago when I got the game, that's what I put in the game. I'm pretty sure they're no longer in business, but Anyway, they're holding up very nice. I think they look good, and so I left them. All right, so here we are on the bench with the turtle wax labeled sticker remover. And in my last video where I shopped out my Judge Dredd, I said that I had good luck with using this to clean up old flipper bats that were just really dirty and had rubber embedded into them. I thought it did a real nice job cleaning them up. You can also buy brand new flippers, but if you want to reuse them, this stuff, in my opinion, worked really well for making it a less difficult job. But one thing to remember is this stuff's pretty aggressive, and you do not want to use it on your ramps or your clear plastics. I had some accidentally get onto a piece, and it kind of made it opaque. And so keep it away from anything, in my opinion, but your flipper bats, because this stuff's pretty aggressive. All right, so we're going to move up the Playfield top left corner. We have the Dead World and the crane. And in my last video when I shopped it out, there was a gearbox issue with the Dead World, and then the crane also had a ball-on magnet error, and it had a bent shaft. And so the crane works fantastic. I was very lucky when I installed it and tested it out. It completely unloads the Dead World perfectly. So the crane was good, but after a few plays, the Dead World started spinning slow and then finally stopping. So something in the gearbox was an issue. So I looked online to say, hey, just put a new gearbox in it, right? And they're almost $500. So you can also send your old gearbox into Steve Young's what do you call it? Pinball resource, and allegedly they will rebuild your old gearbox. But I went one more time, tore it apart, cleaned it up, all the gears, and tested it extensively on the bench. When I reinstalled it, it has been phenomenal ever since. So I think I've remedied the Dead World gearbox issues. Who wants to have a look at my old balls? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. That's a dad joke, sorry. Everything here on the bench here is what I pulled off my shop out for my Judge Dredd. I forgot to include this video in the one I just released. But you can see 7 balls, because 6 balls for the game, 1 hidden one under the arch. That was a nice little surprise. A couple zip ties. This was broken off of a subway tab underneath the Playfield. These are the incandescent lamps. So when I put the Nifty LEDs in, I don't know, 10 years ago, these were the ones that got left behind. They were in places that I couldn't get to until I shopped it out. Drop targets here. You can see they always break right here at the bottom. Right there. So those were replaced. This is from the 5-bank drop target, the coil sleeve. Those are the old posts that I went with the light blue. These are the posts from the slingshots where I went with translucent. I think that lets a lot more light through. It just makes it more, I think, nicer looking. The rubber rings are extremely, extremely, extremely overdue and garbage. Some of the rags I used just really soiled up. Moving finally to this pile here of, this is the Mylar. This is probably what I spent the most time, other than the gearbox of the Dead World, was getting this stuff off, because it came off in such small pieces. It's super thin, and it wasn't really overly glued down. It wasn't the glue that was the issue. It was just that it came out in such small fragments, and then you had to, every time you broke off your fragment, you had to, chip an edge to get another grip. So this was the biggest pain in the butt, in my opinion, other than the Dead World gearbox. So. All right, this is the face that happens when your right flipper return spring starts here and works its way all around the flipper mechanism and over here to this wire tree, and then held off with black tape. Never noticed that before, and this puppy's gonna be way snappier. This is how it's supposed to look. You're supposed to have, like, what is that, a couple inch, 1.5 spring, not a 10-inch spring. All right, we're gonna work on this.
Lawmaster computer online. Welcome aboard. Range shield deactivated.
Dimensional lock 3 is Dimensional lock 1. Dimensional lock 2. Contained. Dimensional lock 1 is lit.
extra ball.
3 years for vandalism.
Meltdown is done. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dimensional lock 1. Dimensional lock 3